Scientific Literature versus Evolution, 8. Quote, "Selection based on survival of the fittest for anything beyond single mutational changes in a genome is insufficient scientifically and biologically." Dr. Brown and Dr. Hullender. In this video, we provide additional quotes and discuss concepts from the following scientific paper. Neo-Darwinism must mutate to survive. Olen Brown, David Hullender, Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology, HON 72, 2022, pages 24 to 38. Evolution believers believe that naturalistic mega-evolution has been proved to be true, and that micro-evolution plus time gives us mega-evolution. However, there are many scientific papers that show that that is not the case. We have discussed several of these in our previous videos. Every one of our key conclusions in our various videos about the falsification of Neo-Darwinism for mega-evolution is now being presented by scientists and discussed in the scientific literature. Note, we provide quotes from scientists who, as far as we know, do believe in evolution. However, their research confirms that the core tenets of Neo-Darwinism have been falsified for any level above adaptation of a species within a genus or family. This means that random chance and natural selection cannot create the entire biosphere, and neither can any of the mechanisms in the modern synthesis or the extended synthesis. So, naturalistic mega-evolution is false. It is a car with no engine and no wheels. Quote, quoting Perry Marshall, "There is a severe limit on the size of useful statements that can be generated by randomness. 10 to the power of 100 trials could not be made by any real-world computer in the history of the universe." This applies to genetics as well, because 166 base pairs of DNA also represent 10 to the power of 100 possibilities, yet the smallest bacteria have over 400,000 base pairs. Therefore, even natural selection cannot overcome the combinatorial explosion problem. This is why chance and selection alone do not account for life's origin or evolution. My comment: this is consistent with what we have stated in several of our videos. Random chance and natural selection do work for microevolution, adaptation of species inside a genus or family. However, they do not have the ability to create higher taxa, kingdom, phylum, class, order, from lower species. So, they do not work for mega-evolution, single-cell to human evolution. Quote, "It is beyond wishful thinking that punctuated evolution or hopeful monsters, or a dinosaur laid an egg and a bird flew away, are scientifically useful conceptions. The idea of survival of the fittest as a sufficient concept to substitute for anything purposeful reveals that it is an outcome but not an explanation." Quote, "Selection based on survival of the fittest for anything beyond single mutational changes in a genome is insufficient scientifically and biologically." Quote, "The inadequacies of survival of the fittest as a determinative for selection following fixed point mutations is apparent for anything beyond a single, non-lethal mutation in a genome." Quote, "A cell that spent the time, chemical resources, and energy to look forward by providing spare DNA as a source of innovation could hardly be expected to produce more offspring." This failure of logic as explanation for evolution was ignored. Summary: these quotations from the scientific paper listed above are consistent with what we have said in several videos. Neo-Darwinism, random chance and natural selection, has been falsified for anything more than microevolution, adaptation of a species within a genus or family. This means that random chance and natural selection cannot create the entire biosphere, and neither can any of the mechanisms in the modern synthesis or the extended synthesis. So, naturalistic mega-evolution is false. It is a car with no engine and no wheels. Thanks to Dr. Von Mancha for bringing this paper to our attention. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.